Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Republic of Amalfi series here on the Lord Master channel, as this is going to be one of the last two episodes of Amalfi here on the year of our Lord 2021. But let me tell you, it's been a pretty successful series so far, but for me, I still got a couple more episodes in me because of this new goal that I've decided to set for myself, and it seems it could be an easy one on the grand scheme of things, and that is gonna be up to my son, Garibaldi, who is currently possessed, which hope you can go get an exorcist, go see an exorcist, unless you can do that yourself. But I will not send you to the University of Bologna because you are too valuable to me, as you will be 16 in 2 years' time, and hopefully you'll live long. Hopefully I'll live 2 more years, just 2 more years, and then I will throw all of my money into the campaign fund to get this boy to become the next Doge of the Republic of Amalfi. Yeah, he deserves it. Oh, by the way, when you die, how much am I going to inherit? All this money I'm going to inherit? Your treasury. The law code of the Prince Archbishop of Ferrara. Measuring rod. A couple of books. Alright. Sounds good to me. Because I put that man in the oubliette and he should die momentarily. And when my son Garibaldi grows up, he will be the one to unify Southern Italy as a republic. Yes, as we are still a mercantile republican. It's just, would it be grand if all of Southern Italy, well, Sicily to be more specific, because we could see this as being a great republic, even if we have to fight against the Knights of Malta to kick them out of there and claim it for ourselves. But I am not going to do that for myself, and I'll tell you why. One, I'm too old for this and also I have cancer, I am wounded, hopefully it doesn't become infected. I went through a hellacious legendary journey, which is canine blood. So it ups personal combat skill a bit, and characters tend to keep hunting dogs. And that is the reason why, therefore, Garibaldi is the most important right here, right now. Although they wish me to recruit my child. But he does have the combat skill, he has what it takes. After all. And also, when he becomes elected Doge, he is going to be the first of our house who was baptized by Pope Clemens V, which would help him with his monthly prestige and piety and all that. And he just got married to this Hungarian woman who is of Bulgarian descent. I mean, her parents are both Bulgarian, but actually, no. She's Bulgarian, he's Hungarian, so Bulgarian, it's a little confusing. And here's the reason why. Yes, she may be chaste, but look at her. She's brawny, she's strong. She is the world's strongest woman. And she's also a genius too, but a bit absent-minded. And not to mention groomed too. But she's also greedy and brave. Yeah, Hungarian-Bulgarian descent. So, her name is Jacinta. Tatoni is the surname, but in Hungarian name customs, her name is Tatoni Jacinta. But again, I know zero of the Hungarian language, but coming soon to the Lord Master channel, the Avar series of Crusader Kings 3, which is, by the way, set in today's Hungary. But anyways, so that boy still needs improvement as he's getting a martial education. If that's what they want, well, we gotta take it to the initiation rite in order to join the Champions of Peru. Seize a trade post. One wants to kill. Don't really care in particular. Yeah, and before we unpause this game and get on with it, by the way, the reason I did not had a video out on past Monday is because a day before it, the hiccups were kicking my can. So I could not do a recording because of those hiccups that can ruin your throat. But anyways, we're back in Amalfi. But there'll be no Sogdir this week, unfortunately. No Sogdir for this week. It will return next week with a few more episodes of it before we can finally put that series to bed. And for Amalfi, it will continue into January. And the series will likely end right before February, I predict. I predict that it will end in February because you want to get ready for the Crusader Kings 3 Royal Court DLC with all its updates. I know some of you people have read the dev diaries, but if you haven't, I suggest you go check it out because it's really, I don't know. I wouldn't do justice. There's other people out there that explain like what could be coming and what are you speculating and all that. And I'm gonna give this man a shout out for once, because he is a much bigger player in the Paradox Interactive games more than I. And that's One Proud Bavarian. I watch his videos sometimes, especially when he does his previews and speculations of the upcoming things, including the dev diaries that were recently posted every Tuesday by Paradox Interactive for Crusader Kings 3 and the like. So he explains it better than I could. So I'm just a player. I'm just a consumer. I'm not an expert or anything like that. But anyways, where were we? Oh yes, you are an old man, can't take it anymore. Yeah, Anastasia, my bastard son who I found off the streets, died. But it does have a grandson. I have a grandson, who's going to be the heir to the kingdom of Thessalonica and Egypt. Why can't these people have their own children while they're ruling in their kingdoms? Why does Amalfi have to be the country of kingmakers? It's because it's up to us, Ursel, to educate future kings, in addition to future doges, when they get elected. And of course, this area of southern Italy is under our control, and we plan on expanding more into the Duchy of Apulia. But that's only if we can request a claim, which they wouldn't like that. But since we have the influence over the College of Cardinals and everything like that, as well as the high piety. But since you have no virtues as of yet, you could be a bit problematic. And after all, he's a Langobard. Help him out. Five Amalfitan Cardinals. Let me put 1,000, and should be good. My very young son smiles proudly, my encouragement. I thought you would never ask. I'll contact Ima right away, Father. Yes. Ima, your eldest sister. Eldest? Yes, eldest. The one who is still kicking ass and taking names, despite being drunk. She's the drunken master. My very young son has joined me for dinner tonight and not stopped talking about his initiation. It was exhilarating, Father. Now, one of the champions of Peru. Well, unfortunately, it looks like you got wounded and got a black eye. But do not worry. When you recover, you will get scarred, and that adds a little more prestige to you. It'll show your character, Garibaldi. Because one day, you will be the chosen one. A Langobard Slavic pagan. He hates combat. Should be an easy match. Yeah, you're gonna die. He managed to best them handily after short class. Cheering crowd haved aerialed up on their shoulders after the victory, hoisting him over to the lodge to celebrate. He will become a renowned warrior yet. He appreciated my choice of opponent. That's good. Again, my only concern is just please just live a little longer. Okay, I went from grievously scarred to horrifically scarred. This character seems to fight as face contest. When he passes away, his final portrait's gonna have scars all over him. Watch the portrait, it's gonna change, adding more scars to it. Yep, a little more on the side here, and a bit of that here. Along with those still old tribal tattoos from that ritual hunt. When he shot that eagle down. Kotani, the slow kinswoman. Oh, god dang it, you are hopeless. Let me see your base. I think you'll be one for learning. I pass by a small river. I see a large turtle sitting by it. Actually, he just sits there, doing nothing, not giving a damn. In a way, he kind of looks so formidable. Lazy little bugger. Wow, I have actually... I honestly forgotten that I composed this book. I mean, after all, it's been a while since I've done an episode when I did a bit of Sogdia. And then took days off, and now we're back here. So, everyone knows that I spent years and years directing to work on my book. Well, today I'm presenting with a final product. Excellent. I commit my scraps while I gently leave through the bestiary. I'm just glad we finished it before I left this earthly realm. Oh yeah, I gotta get rid of these empty artifacts that don't mean much anymore. The ones that I inherited. Also, I inherited this Greek translation of the Old Testament. Now, where is that book? Oh, what? A story about my aunt. This book is useless to me because I'm not of the same dynasty, but if there's any living descendants of that house... Actually, there isn't one anymore. Well, I ain't gonna destroy that. This is for keeps. It's Princess Balladia the First never mentions the name of the adventurous spirit portrayed as her relative. Scholars are unsure as to the origins of this gripping tale. It was created less than 100 years ago. It belonged to her. She was the Duchess and Princess of Saranica, who was a drunk, one-legged, lustful, greedy, a master trader too. So she was a member of the trade league in her life, but she had a learning education, and she was lustful. Was married to a Coptic. Rare. That's pretty rare. But at least she thought about her aunt. Died in dungeons. That happened. She must have been nice. Anyways, where are we? Slow down on the timer here so I can look the rest of this up. Where is that book of mine? Get rid of this one. Garibaldus Deceitful. The soup kitchen in Amalfi burnt down quite recently in an accident. Without it, many of the poor might starve. I'll pay for repairs. At least it didn't give me kind. I don't need to be kind. My courtier stumbles in, drunk again, screaming obscenities and random gibberish as I attempt to hold court. Everyone looks at the drunkard for a while before glancing back awkwardly as they await my reaction. A drunken Muslim woman who is attractive, strong, and perceptive. Just a courtier. Do I remember you? She became celibate. Are you a member of anything? Punish the drunk with fines. I don't care if you don't like me. Well, as you are deceitful. Let me see. Personality traits. 1. That's it? Okay. Deceitful is his only personality trait. Doing possessed does not count. Faith or make others count on you. You gotta be diligent. Would be wise for you to be diligent. Now, where were we? Oh, I found that book, but let me get rid of those empty slotted artifacts. Just a little bit of cleanup. Good news, my lord. We have received credible reports of the recent sight of a great white stag in the county of Masica Vetere. Saddle my horse. Oh yes, and do not forget, I am also the composer of the Bernardiad. And I guess the Bernardiad, this journey of Bernard, will soon end. In a most daring move, Count Radoald is forcibly demanding that I will cede privileges, claiming that he's most loyal subject and deserves such a reward. Truth is, he thinks he's powerful enough to make a demand instead of a request. Whispers of rebellion upon denial were also heard. Oh, don't even start. But granting him privileges would knock me down on the monthly prestige. Castle tax would be lowered, but noble levy. I don't care how powerful he is, I will not be blackmailed. Now give me that damn book. Let me see. What is it called? Besides this, yes, here it is. The best, written by the great hunter Doge Bernard of Amalfi. This is a treatise on the topic of the beasts that roam Langobard lands. How to best them using my own cunning and bravery. This increases vassal opinion and sex appeal. This is a very good book. Please give him a chance. Oh yeah, I forgot there's an ongoing Crusade of Egypt. Totally forgot. Honestly. Should be good enough. I knew there was a huge bear somewhere near the caves of Amalfi. Well, of course, it's mountain country. And a courtier of mine insisted I would come along with my men when I went hunting for the bear. This guy is slow but strong. And none of you are nagging. You can come along. The beast was huge, bigger than any bear I'd ever seen. I fought him bravely, but only managed to slam after he wounded several of my men. Well, he is of kin. So I'll say, but I managed to save him. A famous bard, Swanahild, has arrived at my court, lured by the tales of my family's generosity towards all artists and craftsmen. She hopes to join my court and offers her services as such an illustrious patron in the art as I am. Wow. Yeah, of course, you are welcome. All I gotta say is, hey, if your wife doesn't work out, there's someone else for you to marry. You've gathered your followers and your hunting dogs. You've saddled your horse and prepared your weapons. You're ready to set out to hunt the great white stag. This time it will not escape us. Hail to the no. He believes I risk too much on escalators. I try to persuade you to stop risking my life. Such a thrill. Grass of the Holy. Fruitlessly scouring the countryside, I come upon a small cottage in the wilds. As I knock, an old crone opens. When she sees me and my hunting party, she cackles eerily and says that she has a powerful potion that will make me a stronger hunter and sure to catch any prey. Yeah, sell it to me. I drink the potion down, soon as still start to feel all queasy. Then I pass out. As I wake, I have a strong headache and no desire to continue my hunting expedition. The old crone has disappeared. My guards don't seem to know how or where to. I don't feel well. Ah, crud. Stressed. Should I seek rest? Or just gut it out, man? When is my next treatment regarding the cancer? Oh, here it is. 3 years, okay. You know what, let's hold a summer fair forward. After this summer fair, I am going to rest. If by some miracle. The summer's fair archery contest went very well. The cloud in the space around was filled with arrows. Sona hit the bullseye, summoned mist to cloud altogether. The winner was a modest man who disappeared rather quickly after he collected his prize. Good archer, that man. Gotta be respectful. Oh God, what happened? The voice. He hears a voice inside the head. Yeah, you definitely know to need to go see an exorcist. You know, I should have picked that other choice where it gives him that patient trait. I should have done that. Because when you're patient, it gives you an increased chance of exercising that demon in you. Okay. I am going to seek some rest. 73 years old. Alright, they got Egypt back. Hooray. Huh, what? County of Opava. Oh crud, it's separated. We ought to get Monte San Angelo back. Or at least this time make it a permanent part of the Republic of Amalfi. I've noticed that all this focus on physical activity might be dimming Garibald's mind. My son has been ignoring many of his other studies and responsibilities to better refine his combat skills, openly belittling their importance compared to the art of war. Hey, a smart fighter is a good fighter, son. You will gain the martial and intrigue. Thank you very much. Oh wow, you are a great spy master. I will definitely help you out with that. Oh boy, I inherited more lands. It's still gonna be Garibald no matter what. So what did I inherit? Oh yes, all these artifacts that we once show, and I inherited all the money. All the wealth of the world is mine. Now I own all of Crete, but... Wait, I forgot about this. Take it to Amalfi. So it'll be 4,000 strong. Oh, what's the new house? Yeah, I don't think I've seen you before. You can have these two. No, it's that one. I don't want that for myself. Create a new baron. Just don't want to burden myself. So, you got Egypt back, and yet your capital is in Naxos. Yeah, it's a wonder. No, keep the law code. Huh? What? My region has a long-standing relationship, friendship, father of Untitled. Unfortunately for my interest, he uses full power society to grant one of my titles. So nevertheless, concept of good deeds performed. Adversa! That's mine. You idiot! That's a Islamic pagan. We gotta get rid of him. I should not be resting anymore. Now the case is stronger that I lose Adversa, and I kind of want Monte San Angelo for myself. Because I've always had fascination for that little area for years and for centuries of its importance. Regent did a stupid thing while I was away resting on vacation. Yep. Alright. You know what would be funny? Give him independence. And you know what else would that be funny about giving him independence? Fighting in the Holy War. Look, made a bishopric into a sacred grove. Don't want to have that in my conscience. Is it possible to request a claim? Valid revocation reason. Oh, I know what to do. We gotta fabricate treason. Say he's the bad guy here. I'll send my spy master over there in a few days. Make it look like he's a traitor, and then put him in prison, and then get Adversa back. Well, in the meantime, despite the fact that Monte San Angelo is a rebellious, volatile province, but its importance cannot be understated. Or either that or just fight for vassalage, but that would make it so far separated. Yes, you do have a strong claim. But why can I not declare war? These vassal levies. Guess it was stuck in Egypt or something. I apologize. As soon as it's positioned, move in. Modest smuggler operation. Mr. Idiot. If I were to seize that coast for myself, it does not say it will go to the patrician who, despite owning a trade post here. We have a city there, so therefore we control the city there. Okay, and why on earth did I request the Pope to? What's the difference? You gain prestige. Well, he loses prestige for losing that war. I'm an idiot. Huh. Even if I were to die, that claim is gonna die, so I think you just seize instead of claim. Savoy and Egypt are with us. Romagna is not too far away from here. Abulia, which is way far away from here. That's way over in Flanders. You'll be fine. Just take the objective. Harvey coming in. No need for reinforcements yet. Our cavalry will maul them. Our cavalry is proficient. My co-conspirators have fabricated evidence that Podesta Arov is planning a revolt against me. I'll circulate the evidence among our vassals. They will support my actions against the traitor. We'll see his ass disgraced. Crud! God dog it! Try again! Try it again. I hate it when that happens. I know he did a bad thing. Egyptian-Greek excommunication war. 40,000 strong? Or is 8,000 strong? What has this world come to? Not 16 yet before I will start putting all that money into the you know, campaign fund. Agitator discovered. Together with the intelligence services of my realm, I was able to discover the patrician Callisto of De Siena was the mastermind of the recent drop stability inside my domain province. So he's from Genoa. De Siena. Well, I'm a marshal, man, so plan a military operation against his provinces, even though he owns no land. Screw it, just make it look like we come up there and mess with it. My old daughter. I've invested a lot of money in that verse and I want it back. All that belongs to me, not to you. Who gave you such a right to be a son of a bitch? All because of my stupid region. Yeah. You'll do. Jesus Christ. Damn it! Keep trying. It works most of the time. Successful mission. The mission I ordered to cause instability in the domain of Patrician Callisto of Deciana was an unmitigated success. Several coordinated actions were performed across the agitator's domain, and now he's the one suffering the consequences. As the good news spread of missions spread like wildfire, the spirit amount of population was significantly improved. Oh boy. Grasov, a Langobard kinsman of mine. For the first time. This man who is a paragon, despite the fact he wants to embezzle me. And whenever this old pope passes away, who is a Langobard, we're gonna have another Langobard. Whose father is a Langobard, mother of Monday. Which is the reason why he looks like that. Unless you're gonna say significantly, he's like, does that mean that he's gonna be the first, like a better term, black pope? Well, you know that little succession, right? When he, the Prince Bishop, and we named CK2 as the next one. Maybe, just maybe, we could put Lupus in, but he doesn't have it. Would have been cool if we had a black pope. Garibaldi finished his education in ways of war. Notice of pride he's attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. Excelente. Not excellent. The arbitrary trait is not a good trait to have. But he is an organizer. That's even better. He only understands military matters, but the voice tells them to do or what not to do. He's gonna need to get rid of that. And I am not going to send him away to the College of Cardinals. Instead, he will be tutored. Hopefully he has what it takes to be a tutor. Now, you'll be educated by his military tutor. Do teach him, God bless him. What's with you going back and forth? Huh? You are a traitor. Be ashamed. We got him. Because you are a traitor, give me the title back, and you won't be going to prison. You will be spared. Give me the keys to the city back. Republican virtue be damned. I could look on my own interest and forfeit the good of the Republic. I refuse to give away for the lottery of the new county, because that's my county. Even they call me powermonger. And all dynasty members lose a bit of that prestige. There. Now. Wait 3 days and then Yeah, y'all took a big drop because I did something. Because it was mine by right. Mine by right. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. At least it hasn't caused any harm. Hold it right there. Despite the lowered prestige, I am gonna throw all of my money in there. There you go. Beat that. Yeah, public liability and versa as the way it was. The messenger informed me that Count Rafael is planning to open a foreign trade route. This route tends to travel through my areas of interest, and I'm sure entitled to some compensation. Well, you better give me some money because I'm in need of... You son of a beeswax. Huh? Oh. I didn't see that. The coast is ours. Ain't nobody gonna get harmed around here. Monte San Angelo now belongs to Republic of Amalfi. Now we have connection to the other side, and to the Adriatic. And of course all this sign to myself. Fellow Longobard. All of them will be ran by barons, while I run the city of Foggia. So yes, 3 castles with 3 different barons. Oh yeah, I forgot about that mercenary band. A duel for honor. Oh, this guy's good. And I still get to keep that arbitrary trait, unfortunately. Which kind of makes me wonder, is that going to be my legacy? 3,000. Beat that. If I die right now, Garibaldi is going to be the youngest elected Doge in history, and he's going to have a very bright future. If he can get rid of that voice inside his head of his. Because that could be a hindrance in governing everything within the Republic. He could have had advanced education, but he is too important now. Prosperity knocked down a bit. And maybe perhaps one day build a second bishopric. 3 castles is good enough, but another temple here would be nice. Just to show the importance of that region to us. In fact, since it's a rebellious province right now, send a marshal. Let's fix things here. Once again, if my marshal suppressing revolt is assigned to a rebellious province, I can order him to fight the rebels there and increase the stability of the province to restless. The amount of times I can do it depends on the realm of marshal. Which of course, it'll work. And then for once, hit the increased stability in a crown-focused province, so... Now it starts to run normally. But it's still volatile. And it's not going to be until 2 years we get a... no, 3 years till we get a domain overseer. Which is going to be a real issue. Oh god, no. Wait for that to expire. Oh god, don't die of food poisoning. Sure thing. But hey, at least we reclaimed another Longobards territorial land. And that means we have to get these areas there, which is formerly populated by Longobards. Calabria is another big important territory for us to take. Because we don't want it to fall to another kingdom. That's been there for a long time. Can't do that because it's a child. Whereas he isn't that virtuous. But he'll win the respect of everybody one day. Despite the arbitrariness. Arbitrariness. Listen to yourself. What do you say? But you. Distant realm. We could seize it. And there's this mare here. Yeah, this mare here is going to be its owner, kicking the Sicilian Arabs out. But Sicilian culture will persist. You'll do that. There are many legends about the great man whose blood I share. Particular stories that circulating at court lately. It focuses on epic feat where Landar proves strength for character. The more I hear, the more I wish to emulate him. I should strive to be more like him. Being so old, I know that my death is near. A matter of if, not when. Because of this, thoughts of the afterlife have preoccupied me for a while. What if I don't end up with a good afterlife? A fearful possibility indeed. Pray that the Blessed Virgin will help me. What's the hospital like? Should get that up. So nobody would have thought that Monte San Angelo will finally be joining the Republic of Amalfi rather than guaranteed its independence. But I am keeping it for myself for now. If I ever get moody, like say, I would grant the county to appoint a new military governor. Or give it to him. But I'd rather have more feudal vassals within. Still not cured of cancer. Riding through the countryside together with my escort, I come upon a lonely inn. It is empty aside from a nervous-looking innkeeper who nevertheless promises food and wine at every reasonable price. My party and I sit down at the table. Innkeeper, bring us the best you have to offer. Soon after the innkeeper disappears in the kitchen, we notice a foul odor emanating from somewhere below the floorboards. One of my escort pulls open a loose board to reveal a massive manure pit. Before we can react further to this bizarre find, the floor explodes beneath my feet. Kaboom! I died. Ah! The great hero, the greatest of the great of the Longobards, went out with a bang. The cancer didn't take him away, but at least he wasn't arbitrary at the end. That means, at age 16, just a month before his birthday, Garibald Urso is elected the newest Doge of the Republic of Amalfi. But the question is, can he maintain the order? Despite the fact that the voice is telling him to, do whatever they say and all that, since he doesn't have much personality traits, but him being arbitrary and deceitful could potentially be his downfall. And all that and more. So fare thee well, Doge Bernard, the fox, the composer of the Bernardiad. So this is how the Bernardiad ends. It ends with a bang. Doge Bernard has given up the ghost at age 74. He died under suspicious circumstances, never succeeding in making a name for himself. Bernard's most notable deed was participating in construction of a great works he will never see finished. He was the oldest Doge we've had, and perhaps one of the greatest characters I ever played for this series, but could he be outshined by Doge Garibald, a formidable duelist? We expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Long live Doge Garibald. Could he be the one to take up the task to unite all of Southern Italy? It is his task now. Nigel von Gizamos has perished during the adventurous journey through foreign lands. Everyone who fought alongside him know that he died a warrior. So that is the last of the legendary journey. With the artifacts now active, so I would say it's pretty good stats, but that stewardship is a weak point. But this is why I was married to her and even requested help a little and all that. But first things first is you and I need to have a son. Right here, right now. Appalling diplomacy. Not anymore, it ain't. All that appalling stuff's gonna go away. Wait for the effects to disappear. On Mercantile Republican Warfare. Oh, we already have a domain overseer. I'll give it a go-ahead, even though he's gonna screw it up. Okay, there. I have a voice in my head. And, the Pope is neutral at me. But do not worry. we will get a Longobarд Pope. Especially one who's mixed colored. He survived food poisoning. Empowered spouse. By the way, I had that mod turned on, so... Am I really allowed to have that? Hold on a second. It doesn't say. I thought it's supposed to work for feudal, but who cares? Just do it. A realm can hardly function at its optimum without strong contribution from the ruler's spouse. I can delegate some of the tasks of the rulership of my wife, and thereby allowing me more time to focus on other tasks. I believe she'll do best to focus on. Well, she's very good at stewardship, and I lack of it, so... The management of land and coffers. You've got your spouse support. There, now you can hold this much of the domain size. A bit of an improvement. Even though most of the vassals really respect you. Keyword mostly. We need loyalists. You'll also be its court physician. I do have a rival brother of mine who is... Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Slow and shrewd. It's a bit contradictory, and he's a giant of a man. Slow children. My nephew is the heir to the kingdoms of Lepanto, Crusader Egypt, and Thessalonica. He's going to be the king of kings one day. This Bernard. I don't want to have children of my own, but for now, I don't know why are we rivals. It's a sibling rivalry at this point. Named him designated heir, but it does not appear he's going to budge. And he wants to kill me. That's so. Why do I get the feeling that you're responsible for this? Oh, I don't have the study books on. Okay. Because I want more diplomacy. So you gotta equip those. That's +1 diplomacy. +2. +3. Come on, give me another diplomacy book if they're out there. Don't have the knowledge to use a handgun, but be using a scimitar of conquest as a personal weapon. So many weapons. Also, you have the law code of the Prince Archbishop Raimundo. And no sixes. Musings by Doge Bernard. That's another thing he composed. From his philosophy. Is the tutor still here? Military tutor, legal tutor. Yes, sir. Guard my stuff. Now, we need to appoint minor tunnels. We don't usually do this, but we're going to have to. Any of those lowly vassals. Podesta Nestor of Wadan is going to be the High Admiral, the chief of the Admiralty and in charge of the Navy of the Republic. Though we often rely on competent staff. The High Judge is the Supreme Justice of the Republic, which answers only to the Council of most legal matters. It'll go to him. You know, I mentioned, oh, by the way, this patrician here, he's also the warden of Gallo Lungo, which we built that watchtower during the reign of Bernard. You know, though, they're going to be adding minor titles and court positions in the upcoming Royal Court update on February. So, if they're ever going to have republics again, playable merchant republics, I wonder what it'll be like to say it's like, okay, I name you High Admiral and you'll be in charge of whatever ships. Like, does that mean, hey, they should reduce the maintenance of transporting troops across? And the High Judge, which could improve vassal relations or anything like that. And now these 3 state inquisitors, which are in charge of ensuring the security of the Republic against threats both external and internal. Imagine something like that. The Cardinal, the Count, and I guess you too. I mean, everybody respects him mostly. Kind of happy about that. Kind of happy about that. Now my character focus. 1 second. Okay, here's your final stats. Despite the fact that I'm possessed of a voice. But as far as I'm concerned, the thing I'm most concerned about is, well, I like to have all that piety so I can request and fight future wars in order to unite all of Southern Italy. Because that is my ambition for this rule as Doge of Amalfi. But I will not let some feckless rival of mine or anyone else that would potentially bring me down and destabilize the Republic early. So I will go for the intrigue focus. There's no need to duel against him. You do not want to be a kinslayer. Though amazingly throughout my father's life, he was never a kinslayer. But for now, still got to put it on Monte San Angelo. Would have been easier if we just arrest him, but no, do spy on him. They'll learn. My tutors attained success, and I attained a love for learning that will help me in ruling. That was quite fruitful. A erudite, that's excellent. Does that mean I can use a Bible now? Because I recall it says something about learning skill of 15. Yes, you can read this Bible. Yes, you can read the Bibles in order for you to get to use that handgun and the Emerald Tablet and the Radius Astronomicus. I think you'll do fine. You'll be fine. You'll manage. Any stewardship books? I can equip 2 more. Aha. On vacuum and on governance of the empire. And just put 1 more. Then you got all the study books active. Okay. Apparently one of the courtiers has been annoying my wife, Jacinta. Instead of asking me for help, she took the matter in her own hands and made sure the courtier would never annoy her again, or would he'd know the consequences. Did the right thing. Just gotta be nice with my spouse. Oh, yes. Go see an exorcist. Quit fooling around. After a few comforting words from the priest, I sit down together with the priestly exorcist. He sprinkles me with holy water while praying and holding my hand. His prayers are soothing, but I feel the fire within me, growing and growing, and the sprinkled water burn. It burns! That didn't work. Come back in 4 years. Mission successful. New Pope. Another Langobard Pope. Who is currently resting. There's the new Prince Bishop. I'd like to request a claim, but you do not have enough piety for this, but it's not that far off. It's same for the prestige. You could get them in a couple of months, if not a year's time. So I suggest you prepare for war. Actually, there's another way to get piety for free. How much? My goodness, that's a lot. And observe Lent whenever next year rolls around. Oh, and I almost forgot this thing. And since I want children, for now it's going to be the chest farms of Scala. I suddenly forgot what I was thinking of. What could have been? What was it? Oh, that's it. I remember the thing I forgot. What a relief. 2 commoners from local powerful families receive wedding canea. The groom, a handsome, intelligent, virtuous youth, and a bride, a beautiful and clever, gentle maiden. The 2 are apparently friends as children, and a match, a perfect and blissful one. During the wedding, to the amazement of all, the clouds appeared in the shape of various good omens, and some claimed to have heard sounds and voices from heaven's Bible sing above this marriage. Interesting news. Probably common in these parts. I'd lose some piety for that, but screw it. I'm only a fledgling, but my gain isn't just gonna do well. My wife's found by her chambermaids in the study late last night, using a thick book as a pillow and a burnt-out candle on the desk. Her haggard appearance to tell the story. Many sleepless nights poring over records and letters. Perhaps she's struggled to keep up with the work I placed upon her. I'm confident that she'll handle her work. So that's what he was doing before he became Doge. It's an administrative reform. My wife's come to me with an ambitious and costly proposal by taking a survey of my subjects' wealth, health, and other bits of information deemed relevant. She is adamant that my administration could be far more efficient. After all, it had once worked for the Romans, it should work now. No stones shall be unturned. To pay for the census, the resulting information will be valuable for future development. Birth of the assassins. Word is spreading that a missionary, Hassan Saba, has founded a religious order known as the Assassin, somewhere in western Persia. Using trickery and guile, the mysterious cult of train killers has seized control of the mountain fortresses of Alamut and converted to their headquarters. Already a string of violent murders can be traced back to sons devoted to his disciples. These hashish smokers are harmless. By the way, the reason it says no religions because in the Christian immersion mod, and if you use that in the HIP somewhat more historical map, Shia Islam does not exist. So that makes it problematic. Because they messed with files of the Shia and Shiite differences. University, again, incurred the displeasure of the Pope due to reckless behavior. A faction within the university decided to leave its Sikh supportive foundation more agreeable center. Their leaders now seek some official support. That's from Bologna. See if they make it. Our crown focused on Montenegro. The strength of the whole room was able to adjust the volatility in the province and turn the environment lighter. I mean, don't you know? It's matrilineal. Manjar. What the heck are the Manjars doing all the way over there? They can raid for loot if they wish. Yeah, sure. Wait a minute. Did I read that right? She is an Ursel. The University of Padua has been founded by Rector Endro of Padua. Here, this is where Padua is. It's currently ran by Khazars, the vassalage of the Republic of Urbino. He doesn't have the strength right now, but I'd like to ally with him one day should we ever get involved in a future conflict where everybody fights for independence, and I would help out on their independence war to fight against the Papal States. That'd be grand. Buy indulgence of my sins because I need some piety. The Holy Father grant us absolution. Glory to God, I am giving him all that money just for this bit of piety. We'll borrow money from the Jewish merchants and then wait some time and then put it back and then we're back to normal. And while you're at it, go request a claim if he is willing. Don't have enough prestige. Bought you indulgence. But I'll be willing to fight this war soon. But the problem is, the council will have none of it. Oh, we don't want to have another one. Good thing we are preventing that from happening. Listen, he must be stopped now. He's too dangerous to be left alive. I don't care if it... Wait, council's discontent for 12 months and... Oh, Jesus Christ. The coward's way out is put a bounty on him, but I need that money. There's a lot of backers that they don't like me. Spy on him. Trade war up there. Many wars have gathered in the Great Hall tonight. A dinner's just started and I already feel eager to test my mettle against one of them. It's been some time since we had a good fighting. There are plenty of candidates noted for the crude matters and a sharp tongue to choose for me to choose from. These are mainly Wendish people. Huh. Trying to think. Corel looks like a good match for me. I stand up and shout Corel's name in the dining hall, catching many of the warriors' attention. I challenge them to fighting. Now I need to decide what will cut deeper in the skin. I will say, no warrior is as cowardly as the one between your legs, because he's lustful. Corel asks me, what god did my mother offend to be cursed to such an ugly son? Oh, that's because I have arbitrary trait. How dare you say it? That is not my fault. I lost my temper, so unable to rebuke his insults. Corel quickly started ensuring his victory. At the least, after I've been defeated, calms me down and orders a drink to both of us. Sure, it was done in good fun and was not intended to seriously offend me. Well, if you say so, jackass. Huh. It's kind of our attention to you are eschewing your duties as a member of the Champions Province recently. They're such that a man can learn by tracking down wild game in the wilderness. Do not forget to show me some of your best trophies. Hunting focus. And they call me the frog because of that uncouth. If we don't stop him soon, things are going to get worse before it's going to get better. Even the goddamn Pope is back in the plot. This man's got connections. I know what he's doing. The camp. The situation in Asera is getting out of control. The demons hide among the population and something needs to be done. I'm going to fund major gathering camps where these people will be cleansed. Using all means at our disposal, we need to separate the ones who could be saved from the ones who are now beyond redemption. A good deal indeed. Oh my god! There goes all my money! And Asera is going to become immediately rebellious. Oh, it's terrible to have a possessed trait in her voices. And then, when I spoke, it was as if another voice talking using my mouth. I couldn't control it. I just said that it was out of my control. This happens frequently, and just to add insult to injury, I also speak things I don't mean when I'm able to control myself for an hour or two. This is damning. Now I'm speaking in voices. This character often speaks in voices as if someone else is talking through him. Son of a beeswax. You're making things worse before it gets better. If this is just going to get rid of him, go with my blessing. He's going to become a Knight of Santiago. Good. You don't need to see his ass ever again. And some. You ain't doing much. You'll be the next. Oh god. What am I doing? There's a man that wants to kill me, and another that wants to, you know, there goes father-in-law, and pray for his son. It's been some time now, I've begun noticing how to distinguish himself more than once amongst the members of our lodge. He is, without a doubt, an impressive warrior. We should be friends. I was glad to hear what I think of him. We spend most of the night talking, ending up declaring our friendship to each other after a long series of toasts. Just 1 second. It doesn't say to get a friend. I was hoping that ambition would get... Ah, here it is. Make a friend. This is for a diplomacy reward. There you go. Free diplomacy. Silver mine in Misrat. I remember that place. Kind of makes you want to give it away. What the hell's going on up there? My wife's brought me several letters from prominent merchants in my realm. They propose the establishment of a major trade route passing through one of my provinces, which would bring much wealth. All they require is my blessing and some gold to pave the road. It's too expensive, unfortunately. Because all that money went away on making this a rebellious province. So I gotta put my crown focus on that area now. Because of what I just did. And it doesn't help that I'm arbitrary too. At first the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences. But now they're becoming too frequent to be ignored. My wife will give birth to under auspicious stars. Hopefully. Cortani is tall. She has received a very good learning education despite the flaws. Agitator. On a military expedition just to go mess with him. Chat. You know, it looks like it's spelled cat, but look at that accent mark. It's chat. Kind of like the Sogdian woman's name. Huh. Since I got very good intrigue skills, so I would say maybe I'll pay a ransom for him, because I ain't got much money. We got him! I'm all smiles I welcome Chad to my court. Setting a trap for him on the road just outside of Amalfi. Soldiers took a prisoner and already... The message is off to beg, Yetchirik, to acquire a possible ransom. Cameron's the most agreeable, and I think of your sister bringing Chat to proper justice. He is from, Olamots. Yes, Avar. We'll end this episode soon. Dang right. I'll back that plot. It ain't to help to get rid of them. Your money is good. Not Calabria, because, let me see. Despotis is a woman, that's one thing. Free investiture law. Her piety. Piety my eye. Look at her. She's a cannibal. She eats people. Zealous and kind is another factor. Was crowned by the Pope. Kiss my... We ought to get rid of her. Her intrigue skill's kind of low, so... She's vulnerable to assassination. Said it. Yes, a son. But it's sickly. We still have a physician. Yeah, Tassilo. Yes, sir. Got a son. Build a great work. I could see that happening, but I'm gonna need at least 2,000 gold for this. So we'll start saving up on that. Theodora, you must attempt to save my Tassilo. Didn't we already do a census? If it gets up to construction, you know, I would like to build a great work, but, you know, that costs money. But I'll say it's too expensive. But promote trade in Agrigento. We're simply giving it away. Yo. That trade route's established, and one day it's going to be part of Amalfi. Successful mission. It did improve. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. That means I'm gonna lose him. That's what that means. Let me do some reading. Just looking around. No, you don't have any health-related artifacts unless it's one of those books. What luck. But for now, please save the money. That man, he's a bad man. He leads a secret life as a prostitute in a brothel in Castello de Impuri. He is a terrible person. He wants to kill me. You ain't gonna end the plot? Every single member of the council is against me. But he is too dangerous to be left alive. I'm arbitrary and deceitful. You know, that's a good idea. Frame him, so that way everybody will turn on him, should it succeed. But you know what? Let's stop that episode right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end it on that note. Because in the next episode, we will be expanding. I'll actually get it for myself. we will be expanding Amalfi's borders more in southern Italy, as we have taken Monte San Angelo, but we plan on going south into Sicily, in places like Syracuse and Agrigento, then Syracuse too, and all those other places. Just to show that we ain't messing around anymore. The Longobards will strike back, and we will strike back, and all that. What the heck is the Norse doing over there? I mean, he lives there. It's not like he's going to import that culture, turn it Norman, and then in turn it's going to turn into Neapolitan. It's too late for that in this timeline. Should have come earlier. Much like how the Sicilian culture appeared down there. So we hope you people enjoyed this episode, because in this next episode, despite that man's issues, he's going to go see the Exorcist again in the next episode. Should he get rid of his possessed trait, it'll fix all the problems, and then he will prove himself to be a warrior in fighting the wars of Southern Italy and Sicily. So one day it will be united as one great republic, a republic that everyone can respect, where Sicily and Amalfi can become one. And all that. Sounds like a plan. So you could say, for the future of the Republic of Amalfi series, I'm no longer interested in taking part of crusades or anything like that, because the Muslims are way over there and they're no longer a threat to our interests. Even if they're over there, no longer a threat to our interests. My only interest now is the unification of Southern Italy and Sicily. So I hope you join us, ladies and gentlemen, because Garibaldi is likely to be the chosen one. Key word likely. But until then, so long for now.